Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the V8 Veterans Split 3 Drivers Lounge. So tonight we're coming from Winton Motor Raceway in central northeast Victoria. No one's jumped in the lounge yet, so I might just wait one more minute and see if anyone turns up and joins us. On for a good race tonight, I believe. Interesting start, so I'm waiting for some of the guys to jump in. We might just have a quick look at the championship standings before we get into tonight's race. And basically Dave Garbutt's in the lead, 87.7, 8.74. So he's pretty tight at the top in the series. How are you, Mark? I think that was Mark I heard jump in.
That is correct.
How are you, mate?
Good.
I'm going to use a start with the schmozzle at the start.
Will's here as well. Everyone's heard about the schmozzle by the sounds of it. How are you, Heels?
Oh,
yeah, good. Thanks, John. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. We might start off, seems talking about the schmozzle at the start. Let's drag a few things around the side here so I know where all my stuff's at. Righto, we might get started. I might change cameras here to start off with. We might start the chopper cam. Sorry, Dave. Plenty of action here, guys. We'll get started. So we'll get rolling into this. Winton Motor Raceway. Always going to be an action-packed start in turn one. And it didn't let us down last night. That's all I'm going to say. And give it a second. I think I went back a second too far, so I've got about another 7 seconds before we head off here.
All good, mate.
And if it's anything like the Split 2 race, it won't leave us disappointed.
Yeah, I missed the first 3 laps on Split 2, but it's all right.
And Dave, poor old Dave stalled again.
I don't know if he actually stalled or he just didn't go. It was just like he hadn't gone.
Yeah, but just Blanchy's watching, but he can't chat tonight, so shout out to Blanchy. Blanchy had a rough night too, I think, out of memory. No, got off to a reasonable start.
She come out all right though. He was okay.
Yeah, he was okay. And Gary Buckland's the other one who had a bit of a rough night. A few boys got caught up in that. I know I had 9 incident points before I got around turn 1, and then I'd also crept half a metre and got a stop and hold. So my night was pretty much done by about now.
It's a very tricky track to master if you didn't do much practice, like myself.
Andrew Galley pulls a beautiful move on me up here, not.
Click to that one, have a good go.
Yeah.
A little bit of it.
Just moved right across on me.
About this point here was where I'm thinking, all right, these two are just going to drive away from me. Yeah, it took a couple of laps to get my head into it.
How are you, John?
Good, Scotty. Yourself, mate? How are you?
Good, thanks.
You did pretty well last night.
Yeah, nice qualifying, Scotty. Qualified 14th, I believe.
Yep, finished 14th.
Nice job, mate.
I was very happy when I saw the standings.
Gary Buckland beat Kelleher. They were fairly close there for a while. And Matty keeping the pressure on Blanchy up the front. Mark
You had a
Dole.
pretty good start there, Mark.
Yeah, it was after I got around the non-start or the non-starter and had a little contact there with Matty, but yeah, it worked out good for about 15 laps, and then it went south.
You guys find your tyres went off really, really quick.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
mine were real good to about probably 18 or 20 laps.
Yeah, I found around about 16 laps onwards. Yeah, they were very, very ordinary. But once you got a new set on there, you'd notice a difference big
Yes.
time.
So what I found after 6 laps, I actually had to go take a pit stop because Dave Galley also took me out. The tyres weren't great after that. Plus, his power was down from hitting Gabbett off the line. But after that, yeah, I was getting 18, 20 laps without the tyres sort of going off.
Yeah, that was an interesting track. I think everyone sort of was expecting the racing to be pretty hard fought, but it was sort of, you had to just be patient. I think that was probably the issue with a few of the boys in the first corner, a little bit of impatience.
Yeah, very hard track to overtake on. Very hard track to overtake on.
I think because the cars are just so even and the drivers are so even at the moment as well.
Yeah. That might be playing around with a few cameras here tonight.
I don't know I can't remember what lap it is, but I actually take those ripple strips at some
Hey,
stupid.
that wasn't. It was launch.
Yeah, well, it did launch, didn't it? It was airborne.
Should have. I was behind you. You should have seen it.
I don't know.
thought I was in trouble.
Later in the session, I think probably about 40 something laps, probably.
Yeah, I think it was after the second pit stop, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a session that WK&P had here, and I think it was a practice session for the. No, sorry, it was when Vets came here and we did the heat race thing. It was the week 13, I think it was. I think it's Vets, or it might have been East Coast. And Ash Barella came over those curbs there on turn 3, bounced up and ended up doing a skateboard style grind with the rear of the car down the wall for about half the straight. Dropped it back on the track and kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I was finding was coming out of in the middle of that section there where it comes to now, if I had flipped up to 4th gear in the middle, I was actually getting a better drive out of the second part, but it actually ran a little wide on one lap and launched itself over the ripple strips. I thought I was gone, and then it was going to be the end of the race, and I was going to, because Will wasn't far behind, I thought I was going to end up taking him out as well, but it didn't. I managed to hold on to it, and yeah, I don't know how I held on to it.
It's just a tough track. Like, even with traffic, it was, a few of you boys were having some good battles, and you really wanted to stay out of the way, and it was bloody hard just to even coordinate that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, very, very physical track too. Like, there's no rest in this track at all. Like, even down the straight, you haven't got time to rest. So you're pretty much either braking or changing gears, or concentration levels up there pretty high.
Or getting dizzy.
I didn't even get time to reach over to grab me a can of drink.
No, definitely.
It just wasn't time.
Nah, you got just no time.
Yeah.
Like, the pit's straight, like, it's not that long, and by the time you buddy up to the gears, you got to go back down through them again to make the corner. So
it took 2 laps to cycle.
No room.
Took 2 laps to cycle through the black box.
Actually, it's the ideal track for a sprint race, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
But after the way we all drove this, it sort of gave me a little bit of heart. Correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to hate me when I say this one, Mark. Of going back to Oran Park.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to Oran Park.
Yeah, actually, no, I do agree with going back to Oran Park now that we're in the 3 splits and there's less cars on the track compared to
Yeah.
Compared to the 48 that we had there a few seasons ago,
Well, back
it
back
should be
back when we were one split there.
yeah. Yeah, it should be better. It should be a little bit cleaner and spread out a little bit more.
Iron Park's a bit like this track. You got to break a lot earlier than what you think, and if you can do that, you'll get a good run out of the corners.
It's definitely a track you don't attack. As Blanchy goes in a little bit hot just there. And Matty gets it done.
That setup we had this week, I reckon, was really forgiving around here. Actually, you could chuck it in.
Yeah, a very good turn. Very good turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's have a look. Find another battle pack. What do we got? We'll go back to Hazy. Oh, there goes Dave Galley. That was Andrew.
Hazy. And I think Hazy was sandbagging last night. He whinged about the track all week, was slow, and then turned out a good qualifying time.
Yeah.
I think so too. So I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. He knocked off early Wednesday because I've done enough laps of shit around here, and then comes out and does that. Superstar.
Well, he had a slight
Yeah,
little
I think I'm going to take the WK&P method this week.
What's that?
Not show my hand until quality.
I reckon you did that anyway, because you were a bit slow, and then all of a sudden you quali welded well.
No, well, so what happened was Tuesday night, I think it was. I was in the session with Scotty, teammate, and he said, "Don't use first gear." So
So
I went out and did a couple of laps and didn't use first gear, and all of a sudden I'm doing 20.1. I went, "Ooh, you little birdie."
we boys finally got me to do some practice on Monday night, so they set up a great little WK&P session, and I drop in there, and here's the name Dave Baldock with a time set and everything, and the car on Mustang on track, and going okay. So of course I've gone out and proceeded to spend the rest of the practice session trying to hit this car, only to be told by Matty McMillan that it was a AI car that he'd set up.
Ghost. Did it make you quicker, John, or slower?
I think I went slower.
Yeah, no wonder Baldock's ears were bloody burning. What a ripper.
Might have to get Benny to do that and put a Jamie McKnight in the session. Another one.
I just put Baldock in there. Johnny might go quicker.
Of course, and I'd worked it out by the end, and then I think it was Dave Galley came in, and then we let him on for about half an hour for it. he's getting on the comps and going, "Baldock, you're not saying anything. It's so rude." Let's have a look.
I'll tell you whose racecraft's improved a bit is Jeffrey Eddy's.
Yeah, and considering the amount of time that he would get in our practice sessions, I don't know whether he does much offline.
Yeah.
Being from the US.
Yeah. Like, I really had to push past him last night in the end, last lap. But yeah, he was braking a bit early in a couple of spots, which is I sort of set him up for it. But normally you could get past him pretty easily, but not last night. He was really covering his lines well.
Yeah, it's good to have a couple of the overseas boys join. Ben saying that he thinks there's another one coming in for next season. So,
Well, Shawnee Leyland should be back next week. I think he was away for a couple of weeks for holidays.
Yep. Yeah, it was a pretty light field last night, wasn't it? It was being holidays and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all 3 splits showed that. There was a few guys away.
Well, I know Herman was already away camping, and no, he's been busy with a work project that's stopped him from racing the last few weeks. So hopefully he'll be back before the end of the season.
I do mine. It's more grids. The less cars I have to get past.
I thought you were going to say less cars that pass you, Scotty.
Wait till we do Nordslope next season, boys.
Looking forward to that.
I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
I am looking forward to it because
What's the total going to be, Mark? You're going to have to wait till the lead car passes you. You might as well
I'm
give
flat out
it
remembering 12 turns.
yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it because Farger and I have done laps there in the old V8.
Yeah.
For a bit of fun. So yeah, I've got a bit of an idea how to get the old car around the track. So
Does anyone know how many corners there is?
150 something on one of them.
Wow.
If you include the GP, it's 170.
Well,
Yeah.
it includes the GP.
Well, then it's going to be 170 something
Yeah.
corners.
Hell.
I've
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
Have you got it, Scotty?
No.
It's just like going for a drive in the countryside.
Yep. Just trying to do it at flat out speed.
Yeah.
Google it.
That's the other approach, though. It's one of those ones where you can sort of say, well, okay, I'm going to treat this like a Sunday drive and get the car around for 10 laps.
Yep.
And it's, yeah. And then hope everyone else falls off.
The first carousel will be quite difficult because of the 2 elevations it's got in it. In the GT cars, I used to take the high line because the low line never worked for me for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I used to take the high line, the flat side up on top and just go slow.
Because the bounce coming out's worse, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's the little bump after that one between the 2 carousels. That's one that's going to be interesting in these cars.
Yeah, well then there's the section that has that dip too, where the track just drops away and it just
154 corners without the Grand Prix circuit.
There we go. It's 25.378 kilometres, and it's got 170 turns. So you were right there, Mark.
Yeah, I've done quite a few laps in the Cadillac and the older Mustang at that track. So I've done a GT 24 hour there in one of the older Porsches. Well, actually, I think at the time they were called the Rough, the first of the Roughs that come out.
Yeah.
It didn't end well.
Never does.
It was a rough experience.
It was
Hello,
a rough experience.
Hello, Mr. Ben.
Hello, Mr. John.
Quietly snuck in there.
Hurry, Ben.
I just got Anthony Visma
Good,
saying
Scotty.
Craig's a little quiet, so I just turned that volume up a little bit.
Goldfish. What's he? Get on there, goldfish.
And Ben Anthony reckons you're under your 5th can of Pepsi.
Yeah, at least.
He's too loud now, John.
Who else can we have a look at? Dave Kelly. I think think it all got a bit too much for Dave last night. I think he ended up parking it up, I think.
Yeah, it all went backwards after he started taking people out.
I think
That
around the
dead?
lap 15 mark, you should have a look at Mark Dial, roughly.
Well, let's jump on board. Mr. Mark Dial, come on down.
Oh, dude,
He was sandbagging last night, Benno.
Yeah, wouldn't
Nah.
be surprised.
I don't know. Lap 15, the car decided that there was a section of grass that was too long, and we headed over there to proceed to trim it down.
Just caught your tyres, did it, to slow you down?
yeah, I'm hearing you. I've done that too.
It was coming out of that corner, I think, from memory.
Out of that corner.
Yeah, a couple of laps time. Just. I don't think I did anything different to the previous laps, and then I just headed for the grass. You got to be kidding.
If you miss second gear there, you automatically hit the grass, don't you?
I don't know. I can't. I was using second all the way through those corners.
If I missed the second change and stayed in third by mistake, I'd just run off.
So Anthony Visma's asked a question, how many laps have you done today, Ben?
Anthony, shut up.
The team boss has spoken.
Oh, yeah.
I
Anthony.
had to work on the public holiday, sorry.
Yeah, I think Anthony needs to build his own doghouse, I think, by the sounds of it. You'll know what I'm talking about.
It's not the doghouse, it's the goldfish bowl.
I reckon Anthony Bismuth should come and jump in the chat. That way I can give it to him personally instead of mixed, through bloody text.
I hope your goldfish bowl doesn't have a leak there, Anthony.
He'd forget if it did anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
I shouldn't stir him up. He'll be my teammate in the team events. We do all right.
Yeah, you do all right. Just
We beat the opposition.
Don't keep reminding us.
Here we go.
Oh.
Come in,
Nice
Spinner.
save, though. Not a bad save.
The skid pan's on the other side of the circuit, Mark.
Yeah, that's not the only one.
He tries it somewhere else later too, don't you, Mark?
Yeah, there's a few skid pans around there according to this driver. But anyway,
I was a bit disappointed with these boys after the race. It was only myself and Andrew Galley that proceeded to
There
go
you go,
over to the
another
skid
one.
pan. Oh, did I miss it, did I?
I had a really good battle with Andrew Galley. Can't remember what laps it were. It was quite a few laps.
Well, he's hunting you down there, Scotty, on lap 16.
Yep. Just
Right there in the background.
Start of it.
I'll come back to that one. I'll keep an eye on it.
Ooh. Anthony's laid down the harshness on your Mark. Maybe you're not your teammate this time.
Oh, that's right. Nah, he want to go with his man crush, Marty Hansen.
Well, as McKnight always says, Marty Hansen's the best looking man in bets.
Oh, well, Anthony will even amount to be average then.
I don't know, Anthony, you could be in trouble if you want to change teammates because Anthony and Damien drive together. So
The reason you want to drive with Marty because that way he's got less chance of actually taking him out on track.
Yeah. Good point.
You did start it, Anthony. I'll just keep finishing it, mate. I'm just letting you know.
It's starting to remind me of the time I went down to congratulate Dave Baldock in Discord after a race, and Reg James wasn't happy. After Red Bull.
We love our bit of banner. It's good. Good fun.
To all the Dave Baldock fans out there, and I doubt there's many,
Oh, he wouldn't
Even though
think
he
so.
didn't, even though he didn't turn up, he's still beating Roy Clark in the championship.
Oh,
Yeah, well, apparently he's given Roy Clark a few messages tonight because Roy is doing 22s or something at Road Atlanta, and he's done a 20.9. So he's certainly letting Roy know all about it.
Oh, well, Roy's now done a 20.6.
No, Roy will
Oh,
be
well.
happy.
He'll be happy. He'll be sending. There'll be messages going back to.
Yeah, I'm yet to do any practice at Road Atlanta. That might be either tomorrow or Sunday, I think.
No, well, I'm going to put up some lengthy practices Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, just due to the fact they're public holidays. Plenty of time.
Very nice.
Well,
Look
Anthony's
forward to it.
retracted. Now your teammates with him again, Mike.
Yeah, because he forgot what happened before, that's why. The old goldfish syndrome coming back to him.
I'm trying to find the lap that I had to jump. Did the jump?
Oh, it was I think 40 something plus. It was more nice. Back up your bum again.
Good old Anthony. He allows himself half an hour after Vets races to go to all the other teams' rooms and apologise.
Also, my rule of thumb these days, Anthony, is save PRA to last. Dave Garbott doing quite well here with the streamlined aerodynamics.
Yes. Still that little thorn in my side. iRacing. If you're listening, do something about the bloody physics model on this car, please.
It's amazing how when you go fishing in the Murray River, you catch something in Mildura and Albury.
Yes. Now, it's quite annoying to see someone missing a rear wing that's actually driving away from you.
Yeah. There you go, Scotty. You're all over the back of him now, mate.
Yep.
Or he's just got past you, either or. I think he might have just got past you.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I do like that pate you got on Scotty. It's very attention grabbing.
It is. I heard I'm going to really like the next one too.
Ah,
He's
inside
outdone him.
boss.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. So,
Everyone going to be running Anzac paints next couple of weeks?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I was going to say we'd have to ask Benny for that.
Yeah, no, ours will be delivered in the next couple of days.
Cool.
Hey, I actually had a bit of a thought too with our paints, Benny.
It's dangerous.
No, I just wanted to one week run the alternate paint so these guys behind us
Yeah,
get a
that'd
bit
be good.
confused.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, we'll do that
come
one.
out with the alternate paint.
Yeah, we'll do that one week, Benny.
Yeah,
Run the
we'll do that.
alternate paint.
Yep, alright.
Have heard of a thing called relatives, haven't you, boys?
The week.
Mark doesn't have his on, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
yeah, we do.
I don't use one.
The week after round, there are 2 Anzac weeks. We'll potentially run the alternate.
WK&B boys will be running the Albert Barella livery.
Yep.
Yeah, you run that last season?
Yeah, last season, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's such a good livery. It'd be nice to run it again, so. And a bit of respect for Richie's grandfather. Well, everyone's pretty well spread out about now, so it's not very many battles to focus on.
What lap times were you doing, Mark? Just for curiosity.
Most of them were in the 21s when I wasn't making mistakes. I was having a look at that last night. Well, I'm actually having a look at that now. Yeah, 21s pretty much across the board.
Okay, that's pretty good.
There we go. It's not giving me the last couple, but the one before that was a 121.8. Your fastest has been a 120.86.
Yep, that was early on.
Sorry, 126.6. And the two boys in front of you, Garbutt and Blanchy, have done a 127.6 and a 128.6. The only bloke faster than you on track was Matty McMillan with a 125.6 at this stage. Anthony Visma wants to know who approved the white wheels. On the
I
dial
approved
machine.
I approved the white wheels, Anthony. And every week when I do a practice session with Jamie McKnight, he tells me they look horny. So I can't be doing anything too wrong with them.
Yeah, but it's just Jamie telling you that it's anything gets him going.
Yeah, well, that's true. Even a Mazda rotary.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired again.
I hope you're listening, Jamie, because I think they're a pile of crap.
Oh, Jesus.
on that note, I think I might leave because Jamie might come in here in a minute.
Hey, yeah.
If he does, I'm out.
And now we're after another sponsor. Thanks, Mark.
Yep. Oops, someone's gone.
Yeah, that's Andrew.
Scotty pun him off.
Got me spot back.
And you decided to take a shortcut to the pits there.
You were driving nice and consistent there, Scott.
Thanks.
Yeah, I found it. So lap 45 was where I had my gaff with the ribble strips.
It was very hard to keep my rhythm up.
Yeah, it's a very flowing track, this one. As soon as you lost a bit of flow, you lost a lot of time.
That's for sure.
Still waiting for Anthony Vesma to jump on. Like, come on, Anthony.
He won't.
Yeah, I know. He's probably forgotten how to turn his computer on.
Yeah.
He's still in the chat. He's congratulating Scotty on doing a good job.
It's true, Hoff.
It is. I thought we had someone close.
We've got 37 people registered for season 12 already.
Nice.
And we've got 6 brand new people already as well.
6 brand new
Even
people.
better. I registered the first day, I think it was.
Yes, mate, you did.
I think
So, yes, John, you were the first to register. You just wanted me to say that.
Yep.
Is
It's
it on
no
wide?
six out of 37, brand new. It's pretty good.
Can't complain
It's,
with
it's
that.
yeah, it's good to get some new guys in because it keeps you honest.
It does.
Yeah.
Just need to probably try and find another bunch of race control for fourth split.
Oh,
Well, Anthony Bishop had plenty of time for that. Once he crashes out of split one,
Yeah,
he better jump down and do it.
pretty much.
And just got to say, for the first time, we're live with 1080p
Yeah.
at
And
last.
looking very good too.
Yep. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the page. Apparently, if you get over 100, you get all this magical stuff. And Faz is hunting down Scotty now. Yeah, the pressure's on you, Scotty.
yeah, it is. Fuck, really race the line.
He's had to read Hoff's comment twice then about Scotty. Then I thought the last word said rear.
Well, depends if you're talking about a car or something.
Yeah, well, me and Hoff were talking that before I came in here.
Yes, there was a lot of
Hey,
chat
Hoff.
going on about that.
It's good that we never pick on you, isn't it, Scotty?
Oh, it is.
All right, lads. I have to jump ship, get up early, ridiculously early in the morning.
Just,
Alright,
Mark, just fill us in on that ridiculous time again.
The ridiculous time is 6:30 a.m.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
about an hour after I'm going to be getting up.
Well, that's usually about the time I'm going to bed. So
And Huff's come in to rebut his comment about the year, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
His ear. Oh, yeah, he loves it when I poke it in his ear.
all right, boys, I'll catch us next week. Lap 45. If you have a look at lap 45 for you.
For you, yep.
Yeah. I take on those ripple strips there to turn 3. All right, boys.
So,
Hey, mate.
Alright,
See you,
See you
Mark.
next week.
Yeah, mate. Need this one. You would, Craig.
So I think a few of the boys have stopped now. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, the leading 5 haven't stopped yet. So Blanchy was the first one to blink. That's why he's back in 6th.
How was your fuel burn in this race, Scotty? Do you know how much you were using per lap?
I can't remember now. I know I came in first stop. I saved on fuel. The
all that training Hoff did for you was no good.
second
I was trying to work out the track myself.
Yeah, it was a very tricky track, Hoff. I struggled as well, mate, last night. Bloody hell.
Someone
Yeah.
reckoned Hoff fuel were down to 1.2 litres a lap.
What Scotty did.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's learning from me.
That's right, Hoffy.
I should have had half an idea how where this track goes, Huffy. It's the only track in iRacing that's within 120 k's of us.
Yeah, I've actually driven an A9X around here, but yeah, I just wasn't really in the mood for it, and I really struggled.
I can relate to that. That was my story last night.
What, last week? Isn't that every week?
I've noticed he's getting a bit slower, actually, Hoffy.
Oh,
He's going to Swampy's going to be beating him soon.
he better get some lessons.
He's missing having Dave Baldock in the same split as him. Got nothing to chase anymore.
No targets.
Nah.
I was getting a bit worried about Swampy last night though. After lap 2 when I came out, it's like I got to chase Swampy down here.
Yeah, that's right. He's getting quicker, I tell you.
Yeah,
He is.
him and Scotty, like Scotty as well. Like when you're actually racing with them now, they don't move out of your way easy.
That's right.
No.
And we keep telling them either, just because someone comes behind you doesn't mean
Yeah,
you've got to move out of their way.
I'm sticking with it too.
Yeah, I've told Scotty that numerous times. The only time you move out of the way is when they're red. If they're blue, if they don't move, push them.
What you remember, Scotty, is every single time someone's got on the race control and bitched and moaned about blue flags with you, when you come up behind someone who's blue, it's your turn for payback.
Absolutely.
Hey, Hoff, every time the voice goes in his head, he's looking over his shoulder looking for the Hoff.
Yeah, in practice, Scotty, mate. If you're on, out in the track and you got fast guys coming up behind you, don't get out of the way. See if you can hold them back.
Yeah.
I will.
Except if it's me. Except if it's me in one lap, I'll be flashing the lights.
Just wait for the abuse, Scotty, then you know you're not doing right.
No. It's the best way to learn. Like, we try and do race runs, myself, Scott Weston, and Hayden, all the time in practice. And, yeah, basically trying to overtake on corners, just stuff like that. So in practice, you have an accident, so be it, doesn't matter. Just so you can get a bit of idea of where you can overtake and where's the best place to brake and all that sort of stuff in sort of a race trim. So it makes it a little bit easier when you actually get in the race.
Yeah, it's what we do with Peckies as well.
Yep.
Scotty's only problem is he's not aggressive enough. I sort of proved that tonight with Road Atlanta. He's not aggressive enough, so I'll beat the shit out of him if he doesn't get right.
After you went, he's driving around going, "Oh, sorry, Hoff, I didn't do it hard enough then."
Yeah.
Keeps talking to that thing on his shoulder.
I was going to set up a 12-inch dildo on his shoulder, and when he did something wrong, it was going to vibrate, but he might become to like it, so I reneged.
You don't do that.
Just got to get him a little parrot, like a pirate's parrot. Like a pirate's parrot.
What you need to get is one of those electric dog collars.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, the electric shock ones.
To zap him, zap him.
He might like that too.
He'd be headbutting his screen all the time. Oh, there goes Galley in the wall again. I think that might have been his race finisher, that one.
That one? Yeah, it's Dave.
I reckon I'll be on the grass more the time than on the track.
What grass?
Exactly.
Are we talking in sin or off sin?
On the sim.
Okay.
I do that too much without not being on the sim.
That's right. I want to see you race straight edge, I reckon, and you might get aggressive.
Maybe I'm too relaxed.
Yeah, I think you are. Although, like I said, both you and Swampy let us down last night with no safety cars.
Yeah, I was looking for one to get back in it.
Yeah.
Ran that first tank dry, hoping there was one going to happen.
Need a wave around.
I try not to cause any more safety cars. I'm trying to get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people stop relying on Scotty for a safety car. Spend a bit of week. That's bit when I can speak English. Bit of time this week with Scotty for Road Atlanta, so he'll be right.
Absolutely.
Geez, you've really been knocked down the order now. A few faster guys have gone into the practice session.
Is that?
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Christian's still the fastest though.
Yeah, you've been bumped down to 31st, Scotty.
Yeah.
Then again, we are practicing with split 1 and split 2, so I gotta allow for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think if you start worrying about other people's speed rather than your own, you start to go slower.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Drive your own race.
Yeah. Best thing I found is don't look in the rear vision mirror. Keep looking forward.
Yep.
Yeah, try and forget that's there.
Yep. You can turn it off, but it could be dangerous.
For sure. Me on the wheel. Be very dangerous.
Well, the other thing you've got is you'll know when they're there when they hit you.
I'll feel it. That's for sure.
A couple of blokes tried that last night, didn't they?
Yeah.
We could just call out to you, couldn't we? Go left, Scotty, go left.
Scary Ned having a good battle and Faz getting onto the back of this one. Oh. Yeah. So Anthony Visma reckons that Scotty should be practicing with Ben since he's got his rig together.
Anthony, start looking for another team, mate. You're digging yourself a hole here.
Bigger fish tank.
Bigger fish tank, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Agreed.
What lap's that up to now?
Lap 34.
10 more to go to watch Mark launch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my investment this year is a set of HE sprints.
Very nice.
Definitely would make a difference.
Well, that's the goal. Hopefully, it makes a difference.
I saw a couple on I raced in Down Under earlier. One pound 950, another pound 900, second hand.
Yeah, got to agree too, Steve Murray. We were quite surprised how spread out they were and the rest of it as well. Like split 3, of course, we got slightly smaller numbers, and being the Easter weekend, down on numbers even more. But yeah, everyone sort of spread right out. There's sort of only really 2 or 3 little battles on track at the moment. sort of Matty McMillan's out in first, 13 seconds down the track from Chris Blanchard, who's 7 seconds down the track from Garbutt, who's 8 seconds down the track from Dial, who's 17 seconds back again to Ed Cullen. So, yeah, definitely fairly spread out.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, if you fell off the back of the pack you're in, it was quite easy to lose your momentum and they just drive away from you.
It was hard to get momentum without driving with a pack, so yeah.
Yeah, we found that sort of early stages of the race last night. It was stop, start, and just couldn't get into a rhythm.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, very hard to get in the rhythm. I found I just could not get the car to blow last night at all. Struggled big time. Plus I'm old, so that's probably why too.
Yeah, I'll use that excuse.
I was going to say, but I thought it'd be nice.
That's all right.
It's easy for Junior to say that, isn't it?
Yeah, I got broad shoulders, mate. Doesn't matter.
Nah, look,
Junior,
the old
come
competition cautions, Anthony, we've kind of been there, done that in vets, and I'm doing another series at the moment, the Shannon NTE series, and that's got competition cautions in it, and I absolutely hate it. Like, it just takes out any of the real life component to it, and you know, particularly with the NT series where it's a 40-minute and a 20-minute race, particularly in the 40-minute race where we have the caution, it's just like you're just driving, waiting for that caution, hoping that you can stretch your fuel tank and benefit from it. Yeah, and then usually race control tries to throw the caution at the point where it's going to make the race home interesting and entertaining, where it's not sort of real, if you know what I mean.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate. I've never done that.
Yeah, I think you need to keep the explanation pretty simple for Anthony. So pretty much, just wake up to yourself, Anthony. Stupid idea.
It's like being a fish out of water.
There you go. He'll understand what that is exactly.
Let's have a look. Eddie Cullen's doing relatively well as well.
This is a good little battle here.
Yeah, it does make the spectating a little bit better, but I think at the end of the day, with vets, what we're trying to do is make the racing better, and hoping that the racing being better brings the spectators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
And who we got in front of that?
Anthony, if you want safety cars in split 3, all I've got to do is just demote you down there and they'll get one.
No, you're not allowed to bring him down.
Okay.
Enough trouble with Dial.
I don't want him in split 2, for Christ's sake. I'll go to split 3 if he goes to split 2. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be a lot safer.
That sounds like these boys in split 2 have been having a bit of fun, though.
Oh, mate. We are actually, it is very close times. Like, how close the times are in split 2, and I know split 1 and 3 are the same, but yeah, it's phenomenal now. Just every little hundredth of a second counts, pretty much.
Mm.
We always have fun. You got to have fun. If you're not having fun, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, except when you blow engines.
Yeah, except when you blow engines, that is a bit disheartening, especially when you've got really good pace. Hey, Alf.
Yeah, but let's not go there. Next up.
Look at that.
So Bucks, Gary had a run in with Faz. Now he just parks it up here and goes home, I think.
Really?
Out of memory.
I think Galley had gone home at this stage, hadn't he?
Yeah, Dave had, yeah.
Yeah. I thought Lucas kept going.
No, this is Gary Buckland.
Oh, it's Gary Buckland, is it?
Yeah, he had a tap with Faz in the second last
Yeah.
corner, so I'm not sure the.
On spatter.
Yeah, not sure. Anyway,
Okay.
tough night for all of us anyway. That's all I'm going to say. Sitting back in 16th at the moment.
It's a pretty good night for me.
Marshy a minute behind me, and Lucas Burt 37 seconds up the road in front of me.
John, pull your finger out.
Yeah.
I thought you were having a bad night, John.
Oh. When the car rolls 1 metre, and then you get a bloody flag for jumping the start. It's just like, yeah, thanks for coming.
Scotty, I reckon you got to show him the bit of grass that you're on.
Good to see my teammate supports me there in the chat. You're going to split 3 anyway, Craig. He's got down there.
That's right, mate.
That's all right. Can only go up from there.
So quick question. What are your 2 worst tracks, Anthony? If you want to chuck that up, mate, just doing a little bit of a poll. A few of the other boys here. What are your 2 worst tracks?
Oran Park.
Yep.
And I reckon Phillip Island, believe it or not.
Yep. I'd believe that. Any track that Dave's Bulldogs best track's got to be US track.
My favourite track is Canadian Motorsport. And Imola.
I'm not asking about teammates, I'm asking about tracks. Anthony, what are your 2 worst tracks?
Worst teammate? Oh, here we go. Go, put that up instead. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Oran Park,
I'm
yep.
interested to know as well.
And what's your second least favourite track? Phillip Island. There you go, Ben. There's our 2 tracks for pre-qual for next season. Oran Park and Phillip Island.
Okay. I'll see you in split 3, John.
Yeah, that won't be in pre-qual. So, Faz is under a bit of pressure here from Hazy again.
That's right. I'll just go back through and have a look through Anthony's history and bets and see where he's had the worst luck, and that's where we're going. Because you know I'm a nice guy like that.
I'll drive any track. Eventually I'll master it. Eventually.
Oh, Visma's not happy.
Yeah, well that's normal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just normal.
Daily occurrence for us.
Yeah, he's probably got that on speed dial. That's bloody amazing.
Hazy. Putting a lot of pressure on there and he just lost it.
I think you still should get in this chat here, Anthony, so we can actually talk to you, you know. Unless you're a bit scared, which is understandable.
I would be.
He's 8th. Pete Keller had a good night. Another one of the Synergy Sim racing cars. Part of their 30, what was it, Ben? I think it's 36 V8 cars they have in their team across all their events.
Something like that.
So a big shout out to team boss Jordan Ross. I'm sure he's watching our Split 3 broadcast.
Oh, 100% he is. Yeah.
Question there from Anthony. When's Mark Dial doing a setup?
When you can get a 0x race, Anthony.
It is possible, Anthony. I got my first 0x race in Bathurst, so
The thing is, though, Anthony's the kind of person who'll get a 0x race at the launch life or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a track where you're expecting people to run off everywhere and get incident points. Actually, with that amount of turns, wouldn't be surprised if Anthony gets a drive through every lap.
How many did they get for DSL, Anthony? Oh,
Just
brake
get into
on the
Discord,
front.
Anthony. It's so much easier than just typing. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows them for it when he gets on Discord.
Oh, 100%. Don't even
We
know
are,
what that is.
yeah, we are teammates. Like, we're not that hard on him, much.
No, it's... We just call him crap and
Yeah,
no memory. And,
that's it.
yeah, it's-
Don't even know what that is. Well, that's understandable.
we belittle him, but we're not mean.
No.
Come on,
No.
come and join us, Anthony.
So it's the
Yeah,
old,
so even
so,
Scotty wants you to come in.
Yeah, even Scotty wants to give you shit. So hurry up, get on here.
so it's the old East German gymnastics coach style of slapping the competitor around the face before you send them out, Ben? Is that how it works at Taipan?
No. Just more with Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony's a bit of a loose cannon. We just got to bring him in the line.
That's pretty much it.
I just have been Pepsi Max. That keeps me going.
I've got to say, I do like Hazy's livery.
We should get
Yeah,
Dial's
it's good.
jumping episode soon.
Yeah, let's go and dial. Oh, it's going
Oh, yeah.
slow there. Something's happening there.
Giving us a bum steer and told us a lap after,
Yeah, probably.
just to miss it.
I think it was about 45.
He said 45, so this is 44.
If you're paying attention, Anthony, he said he was going to start practicing from tomorrow. So, goldfish right in play there. Alright, Mark. You built the anticipation, don't let us down.
You did say lap 45.
I think you did, yeah.
He said turn 3, so we're coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're past turn 3 on lap 45.
I know.
Right, no, just starting lap 45 now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Remember, Matty McMillan's a third of a track ahead here.
Okay.
Here we go. Drum roll.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
That would, like, stuff up your spine.
Yep.
Oh, I wish you had a motion rig now, Mark.
He'd be on work cover now.
No. Oh,
That would hurt.
Yeah, I reckon if you direct drive wheel, I'd be feeling that as well.
They'd definitely be snapping.
Everyone's in into the pits here for their last stop. Of course. Turn 4 at Winton, famous of course for the Longhurst Morris incident.
Yeah.
We were talking about Darryl Eastlake before, so never forget Darryl Eastlake's broadcast of that, commentary of that.
Yeah, just the common sense, punch someone in the head while they're wearing a helmet. Yep.
And right in front of the TV camera as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't me.
Trouble holding his temper, the old Longhurst, isn't he?
Mm.
I wonder if that was a bit of team orders that were just ignored
What's that?
between Longhurst and
yeah.
Morris.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of that going on. I think it was the old young upstart thinking he'd win a championship where the boss didn't want him to.
Yeah.
So Aspect AU, that was a great Mr. Dial on that 45. Yeah, I think it was a pretty hairy moment. Oh, if anyone else did that, they probably would have ended up on their roof in the wall. So we've got Manny McMillan. Definitely these fuel stops, make sure we tell you the last stop. So Matty's still got a heavy stop. He went long again on that second one as well, I think. Blanchie's already rolled the dice and gone to his third stop. And one road further back, he's had 3 stops already, so he should be right for fuel to get home.
I think I ended up stopping again, I think about 57 for a top up.
For a top up?
Yeah.
How's Scotty going about this stage? Car all looks pretty straight, mate.
Yeah, I had one incident.
One incident, one? That's alright.
Oh, I had 9, but off tracks, but I hit Faz up the arse on the first lap. Yeah, in
That turn 1 incident.
turn 1. He lost his boot by I got to keep him bonnet.
So was your car off the pace by then, Scotty, or was it still on the pace?
Still on the pace. I didn't hit him because I was right up the back of him, so
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was enough to lose his boot and not cause lose a lot of pace.
So it was, I think it was Lucas Bird, I think it was. So Lucas tapped you into him, that's the story?
No, he stopped and I went straight in the back of him.
So it was kind of weird, like, once he realised there was something going on up the front, just later found out it was Dave, it was like, I sort of backed out a little bit and everyone around me sort of backed out a little bit just to make sure we sort of all got in and around turn one without anyone coming onto the track at us. Sort of letting what's happening in front of us unfold. And I think Lucas has sort of seen a big gap and gone in pretty hard and heavy and then got himself into the mix of the action of turn 1 and all that unfolded. It's the old risk versus reward of bloody first corner, isn't it?
That's right.
These races are just too long to think you can win it on the first lap.
Oh, 100%. Just got to be a little bit patient the first few laps in these long races, otherwise you're just going to end either your race or someone else's.
Yeah. It is frustrating when you're being patient and somebody else takes you out.
Yeah.
A lot of the long races too come down to your fuel strategy.
Fuel strategy and looking after the tyres.
Yep. And just knowing, just pitting at the right time sometimes, it can help you. You pit at the wrong time, it can actually, especially on this track, 'cause it was so easy to go a lap down on here.
Blanchard did drive well.
His pace really come on towards the end of the week, didn't it?
Yeah, I pretty much sure we all run different brake biases. I run the least front brake bias in the team. So, yeah, Blanchy sort of works in between all of that and finds exactly where he wants it. So, yeah, it's strange.
Yeah, we're the same. We're the same in our team. I don't think anyone runs the same brake bias. It's always a big difference between probably 3 or 4 of us where they are.
Yeah.
No two pedal sets work the same, do they? Like, unless they are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with Scotty Weston and myself, he always runs a forward bias where I'll run a rear, and then if I'm running a forward, he'll run a rear. So it's completely opposite every time. Yeah. Which is really difficult when he's your bloody enduro partner.
Yeah. You just got to remember to adjust it, don't you?
Yeah, we work it out. We sort of get a happy medium.
Good pass there, Scotty. Or was that Blanchy?
That was Blanchy.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we're near the end, but I'm going to take off. You have a wonderful night.
See you, boss.
Ben.
See you guys.
See you,
Anthony,
mate. Yeah, it was interesting. Before at Road Atlanta, Smarty was sort of talking about running 49.5s. It was better in this corner, better in that corner. And I tried it, and I had to be at 50.5 to get the same effect as what he was getting.
Yeah. All comes down to your muscle memory that you got too. Yeah, their muscle memory might be a little bit different to yours, so they might be pushing it a little bit harder or a little bit softer.
Yeah.
So you just can't run the same bias.
No.
Well, very, very rarely you could run the same bias.
Yeah.
And your pedals, whatever, and depends what pedals they're using.
Yeah.
Normally I bump it up for certain parts of the track and then bump it down for others, but Winton, I just didn't have time to do anything with it. It was so busy.
Yeah, very, very, very. As I said, no room for rest on this track.
Like overall pressure, what do you normally run, Hoff?
Normally 40, between 48 and like 48 flat and 49 max.
What about though your pedal setup? What sort of overall pressure do you normally run on your pressure? Like I normally run mine between about 86% and 92, depending on the track.
Yeah, I'm normally about the same. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right, Anthony. You are off, mate. Off like a dead fish.
See you, Anthony. See you tomorrow night when you get on. Well, you better be on. What pedals are you running, Hoff?
I'm running the Thrustmaster TCLMs.
Okay, yep.
They got a load. Has that got a load cell on it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You're doing well to be running so well with those things.
Yeah, it just took me a while to get them exactly where I wanted them. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I worked them out, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I've got the V3s with that brake performance kit in it, but I'm actually going to upgrade this year to the HE Sprints.
Yeah, I think if you try and change your driving to suit your pedal set, you can go backwards from what I've been told. So if you work your pedals into the way you drive,
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah,
Every
100%.
Every time I've upgraded my pedals, it's taken me 2 or 3 weeks to get back up. All's gone slower. And like, when I first went to hydraulic, I went quicker straight away. But when I changed to a different hydraulic, I went slower for 2 or 3 weeks.
Is that because they're putting out a slightly different pressure in the hydraulic, you reckon?
Getting used to it, yeah. Yeah, different sort of range, and then getting used to that sort of range for trail braking and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're having a good battle here, Scotty.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if Andrew was getting frustrated or not.
As we told you, Scotty, don't worry about it.
Yeah, mate, that's it. Eyes front, and yeah, you're doing well there.
Make them pass you.
It's well positioned, mate, so
That's right.
you want him to get frustrated?
How's the smoke off each of their tyres? It's just like almost stereo.
A few times I thought he was dodging inside there, but he's back
Were you looking in your mirror on that corner, Scotty?
No,
You remember?
I knew he was there, but I just ignored the mirror.
Yeah. Just keep your eyes forward, mate.
Generally pretty clean driver, though. Both is, so.
Kept my head down and stuck to the racing line.
Do you run crew chiefs or anything like that, Scott? Or
Yeah, crew chief.
yeah. I found with crew chiefs coming out of the pits, though, it can be a little bit iffy sometimes.
Yeah, apparently it's got to do with your setting on how many cars are in your
Yeah,
level.
yeah, it does. If you haven't got that set right, you can, you'll say, oh, yeah, you're clear, and then you'll go out of the pits, and next thing there's a car on you.
I get the countdown, and I'm about 5 pit spots away from where I actually am.
Oh, really?
So, at least it's going the right way. At least he hasn't driven me past it.
The crew chief told Andrew at Lantern and he was clear to come out. I come around and went off the track.
Yeah, sorry, Scotty.
You mate?
Yeah, he said it. Yeah, you're right. No cars around, so I bolted, and next thing you know, Scotty's right there. It's like, what the?
Never trust the Hoff, Scotty. Especially when he's driving the Night Rider, eh?
Yeah.
I reckon the time Hoff's through should be up behind Blanchy in no time.
Oh, mate, Scotty, you've come a long way, mate. Trust me.
Yeah.
Don't be too hard on yourself, mate. You're doing pretty good, mate.
You haven't pressed that toe button for a while, mate.
There goes
No.
Andrew.
That's right, because I shifted it away from you.
It's in the other room now.
Well, I did the same after Suzuka 2 seasons ago. You sort of have the accident, you go quickly put your finger on the button for race control, and all of a sudden you're towed. It's like, okay, good night, see you, boys.
Whoops.
I think when we were, it was Andrew that spun out then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I breathed a sigh of relief and went, oh, there's another spot back.
He finally gets past me, but I think he loses it shortly.
He lost it behind you, Scotty.
Oh, did he?
What wheels does everyone run? For curiosity?
I run a Sim Magic M10.
Yep, that's exactly what I got.
But I think I might update though to SemiCube Pro 2, I think, soon.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the SimCube too.
TD1.
Off what wheel do you use with that?
The SimCube too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was given the base and found a wheel. I don't know. There's nothing actually written on the wheel, but it's a 12-inch wheel, so it's pretty big.
Yeah, there's what button boxes on it?
Fucking hand me down. Nothing
is it?
written on it. Yeah, the buttons
Yeah,
are
okay.
all worn out. So
Yeah. Because SemiCube's got that new Tahoe or something out now.
right, okay. I didn't buy it. It was bought for me from a sponsor. So
Oh,
yeah.
can I have your sponsor?
They've been with me from the very beginning of iRacing, so
Yeah.
they look after me.
You need to get them to buy a set of pedals next. Then you'll be unstoppable.
I don't want to push it.
Did I just see Dial having another moment?
I ducked it in a bits.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Late pit stop.
Yeah. Late-ish.
He was running second till that.
Yeah. So there's your pit stop strategies there. So, yeah, McMillan went 27 on his second set. Leach has done an extra stop. Or did he stop early, sorry? He's done the race split strategy. And, yeah, Dave's gone long as well. Dial's just gone in for his second stop, so yeah.
I think everyone was hanging on hoping for the safety car.
Oh no, I was for that
just-
first stint.
Just never happened.
Yeah, hope never happened last night.
We, like in this split, Andrew, we're just not getting any
Hey, Ed.
safety cars or any really anything. It's just everyone's driving so well at the moment.
Yeah, you'll find that because everyone, with the splits the way they are, and people are so evenly matched and they're not watching mirrors or relatives, everyone will just get faster and racecraft will improve.
And you get to know the guys you're racing around as well, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Like one of the joiners said there, mate. A quick question that was asked a second ago was, what year you're running, what wheel and pedals?
G29 pedals.
Yep.
And T500 wheel. Thrustmaster T500.
Yep.
As old as me. Which is old.
How you doing well with the G29 pedals?
Absolutely is.
Yeah, bloody hell.
You must have girly feet on him. Just tickling that brake.
Yeah, twinkle toes.
Yeah.
It's hard to justify $1,000 for pedal.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I know. Look, I'm on my second marriage, okay? Let's say no more. Let's say no more.
Just go single, mate. That's what I did, and you can buy anything you like.
Oh, mate. I did it for about 4 years, and no. I felt institutionalized, so I had to go back.
I must admit, a good set of pedals does make a difference.
Oh, huge difference.
You guys got to remember too. I've only just got back into sim racing too. I was a bit like Scott, the other guy.
We really shouldn't be encouraging him because then he'll get quicker. Eh?
That's right.
You just stay with your G, whatever they are.
I'm just getting used to the game, the car.
Mm.
One thing I didn't realise was maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And the more expensive your pedals, the more maintenance you do.
Because in the the little pedal thing in on your dash, it looked fine until I noticed my wheel was wobbly. So I took the wheel off, and all the Allen keys were loose, and all the screws were loose. And I went, "Oh, okay, this will take a bit of wobble out the wheel." And I might check the pedals while I'm at it. In the calibration, the accelerator pedal was all over the shop.
I pull my pedals off after each season. So week 13, take them off the rig and completely re-grease them, clean them, everything.
Yeah, I think I did that, but 2013 was the last time I serviced it. So I found dead spiders in there, dust. Now I've got them mounted upside down, so
everything should fall out, you reckon?
Yeah, in a timber rig that I made, so the dust doesn't fall. But yeah, I just got the old CRC out. Oh my! It transformed the game to being really, really difficult to go on. Oh, okay, this is what they're talking about.
That must have been the week we all saw an improvement in your driving here.
Yes. Yeah. I had an accelerator pedal.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't launch the thing off the line. I was going, I know they said it was hard, but I didn't realise it was this hard. Like, I wasn't, it just break loose.
Yeah.
But when you've been away from it for a while, you think, oh yeah, I know it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. Yeah, it was good. It was a tough race, eh, guys?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. One of the toughest races I reckon we've had so far this track.
Just physically.
Yeah.
You know, the car's bouncing around. I come out the pits on my first pit and my rear wheel collected the sausage on the first left-hander. It launched me virtually across the track onto the infield. So I got a massive big cut track. As I readdressed, I had a look. There's a car coming, good. Get shit together and got it straight, going up over. And as he went past, I've just pulled in behind him. Didn't realise it was a bloke. Car length behind him, did it? It was Dave Galley. So, poor old Dave, I caused him to lock his front brakes and he slid off to the left. So a huge apology to Dave. Because your eyes are just looking and bouncing and, oh man.
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't an easy track in that sense.
I can't wait to go back. I loved it.
I don't want to go back.
I enjoyed the challenge.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy the challenge. I thought this was a bitch of a track, but I'm enjoying.
I've done a lot of laps in real life around there at the short circuit.
Oh, yep.
And it's just.
Is it like that for real?
Yeah. Around by the gum tree and all that. It's just.
Yeah.
Although I found the game maybe more dizzier. Really, to sort of concentrate what I was looking at going around those hairpins.
It was the curbs for me.
Yeah.
If I could stay off the curbs, it wasn't
Yeah.
not bad. Yeah, I ended up with a massive headache after. But very challenging, extremely challenging.
It's funny you say that because I had a massive headache afterwards too.
That was because everyone was yelling at you to hurry up.
I found it just set off a cruise, 7-day cruise.
Chris is slow out of this one.
Yeah, I reckon I could have done another 30 laps around.
Did you? I think even the guys like Pete, as you know, Pete's he said, "Oh, darn."
Yeah, I was the same. It took me about 15 minutes to get out of my seat last night after the race. It's like, yep, I'm spent.
The big sweat down the back, the t-shirt.
Yep.
I'd done an AI race the day before, and I was happy to get out of it at 67M, but only because I was busting to go to the loo. I drank so much water. Yeah, I was all right in race night.
5 minute warm up.
Yeah, that's it.
They should rename it.
Get rid of the ballast.
Yeah, the nervous wee.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing sitting back there with the lads at 15 and 18, but I think I qualified 6. I'm going, oh, okay, it's serious now.
I really think once you've gone over 50, your pit stops you should be mandatory for about 2 minutes, so you've got time to go to the toilet.
Yeah. What's the things our grandmothers used to have? Other bedpans.
They used to sneeze when they coughed. Oh, they pee themselves when they coughed.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And when you go to hospital, they give you that big thing with the front, like the big tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need one of those things.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I was thinking of hooking up a drink container on the back of the chair.
Yeah, I've done that.
Have you?
I got that idea from Laurie. Just done that. I got a camelback hanging off the back.
Yeah, they're a good idea.
It's easy to suck on the straw than try to find a bottle while you're sort of driving. But yeah, the problem is the input. Got no way of getting rid of the export. Most need to get a catheter, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm sure the truckies rig something up.
Yeah.
Most blokes go for bloody.
Oh, apparently the Asian drivers cut a hole in the floor so they can do number 2s out of there while their mate's driving. They don't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, and the third one sleep in the bunk.
Yeah, they reckon when they're going for service, transmissions are covered in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Drivers that used to work on them before they steam clean them. Yeah.
No, she was. I suppose we're used to a bit longer straights.
They probably don't even stop to change drivers, do they, Andrew? They probably just put cruise control on and up in and out of the seat.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've heard a few wild stories.
Yeah.
3 of them driving, using one license.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how they do that because none look the same.
The logbook would screw you up too, doing that too. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You really need to 2 or 3 logbooks.
Yeah, but speaking of toilet breaks and that, it was a funnel with a 1.5-inch tube taped to it, and that went down. That went down beside the gear stick, so you never had to stop. Especially doing that like Townsville or Perth run where it was just go.
1.5 inch. Okay. Modest.
Why you didn't stop and check the load?
No, it was all in pans, dry pans. It was locked, so you couldn't.
So yeah, that's a big trip off Townsville to Perth. Ooh, that's
great fun.
I think if it was a Lindsay Brother thing or not, they were doing I think 3 drivers across to Darwin out of Brisbane, but the trucks were also speed limited to 90 k's an hour. Yeah.
Lindsay Brothers, that's not when they're falling over.
Yeah, I think it was when they were pulling road trains. They pull road trains, 3 trailers or something. They're limited to 90 k's an hour.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I worked for a bloke, I won't say who he was, but I had a K200 with a 750 cat. She was opened up to nearly 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
And that was unlimited. And we used to pull triples. I know anywhere from 120 to 160 Ks,
Yeah.
And you still had some to spare, but it was mad.
What sort of weights were they?
Looking at about 100-ton payload.
Yeah, okay.
unless we were carting steel, and then we'd double up the loads on the triple. So it was 2 triple loads in one hit. So
Yeah.
Great try from Matty. Home in first. Blanchy managed to hold off Dave to take second.
go Blanchy.
So Dave's got bloody.
Yeah. I think I managed to just push through on Jeffrey the last couple of corners. Get into 10th.
Whoa, whoa. That's a close one.
Whoa. Yep. Pushed through all right.
Funny being that far up the grid, I never actually caught anyone the whole night. A few of the boys fell off, and I in my relatives, I went, all right, I'll get ready for those boys to come back through the field. Fair enough. And I just swung the car out, go and off you go, because that top 5 was leaving
Now,
there, right?
boys, just quickly, there is a slight little turn left here on the gravel. Slightly go past the truck. Stick to the track.
Where the hell are you? You're going to do the beer.
I want to know how you found this, John. Are you on a skid pan?
Yep.
You've been playing there all week.
No, I did the NTE race here 2 weeks ago, and everyone's going, oh, you've got to come to the skid pan. So, okay. So Blake Warboys taught me where this was.
So where was that? That was off, like, near the sweeper or something?
Yeah, come round the sweeper. Hang on, hang on. Believe.
Hit the fence.
Yeah, hit the fence, yeah. Hang on.
More impressive in reverse, isn't it?
Actually, that's how the race felt, didn't it?
Made me dizzy.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's
come
how
round
the
the
sweeper.
sweeper
Yeah.
and keep going
Turn left.
onto the dirt track.
that is there. Look,
And then
it's there.
past the truck. And you can see the entry around the other side there. So yeah, that's the old little trick. So next time we come back to Winton, if we get 10 cars in here, it'll be quite entertaining.
Put a practice session up tomorrow, Scotty.
That's good.
So, explain to me, guys, early on in the race, I was following someone who never had a boot or a rear wing.
Yeah, we still wonder why they're allowed to be quick like that.
And he didn't look like he was slowing down.
No.
Yeah, that would have been some. Maybe
And yet when I hit Garbett off the line, I lost power in the car.
Mate, whenever I've touched anything in practice or something, your wheels out or of a line?
Yeah.
Actually, that hasn't been doing that as much, actually. I wonder if they changed it in the last update.
But you think a wing, especially, look at the size
Yeah,
of the
I
wing.
know.
You'd think that would make a
Big difference.
And I don't think anybody would complain if they actually made that happen.
No, because that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Guys make me dizzy.
Getting
Getting head spins watching you.
You're
Slow it down.
You're trying to suck up the smoke and not giving it any effect, don't you, Scotty?
All right, boys, I'm going to head off for
Yeah.
my courses over the weekend.
Yeah, no worries, Hills, and thanks, boys, for
Catch
dropping
us later.
into the lounge.
No worries. Thanks, boys. Catch you.
See you, Craig.
See you, mate.
Catch you guys.
See ya.
And we might next week we're all off to Road Atlanta, which will be a bit of fun. And
Yummy.
yeah, so see how we all go there. So I'll stop the broadcast and say thanks again to everybody for dropping in, and see everybody next week.
All right.
Thanks for putting